Welcome to Random and Desperate. Now today, you know what I'm like about old buildings. So I'm in Rochdale today, and this building here was called the Moss Mill in Rochdale, built in 1888. Now it's 4 floors of the old-fashioned cotton mill, the old spindle machines. Now in its day, this used to have around about 3,000 people working at one time, churning out cotton fabrics for the masses in the 19th century. And I'm so glad it's still here, because over the generations, especially in Rochdale, the heart centre of cotton mill, they've knocked most of them down, to be honest with you. Sad to see, but it's still here in its day. And what it is owned by, it was called Bazaar Mills, which they let out units to the individuals, so at least it keeps the factory or the history alive. Just look how beautiful this building is. Look at the architecture on top, the details. Wow, I've got to be careful. There's a couple of modern security cameras there what tell me that there's security about, but wow, look at this. Look at these old buildings. Yeah, some of them are built up 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 5 floors. Wow. Now, mostly at the end of every factory is a canal system, because that's how they used to transport goods years ago. Look at that. I like that little. Is that? Would you say that's modern? That there, metal. It's like a beehive or something. Wow, beautiful. Now this behind here, I bet there's a canal system behind here. Like most modern mills, yeah, a canal system. This is how they transported it. Now years ago there used to be 2 mills, I believe. This one, the Moston Mill, and another one called the State Mill, which is next door. And this used to be one of the biggest in Rochdale at its time. And it used to have a nursery, a canteen for up to 300 people, a garden, so that employees could enjoy the employer being employed by this mill owner. And it used to, and it was built, say, in 1880 by David King and Sons. Wow. In 1888. Obviously they're not around now, but the building's still there, the history still remains. Now I'm going to try and get in this building if I can. I'm going to have a look, see if I can get in it. So there is security. I'll give you a wipe, it's pissing down here. Hey, what's that there? Is it like an underground bit? Avoid that camera. See the camera up there? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's got another bit there. Wow. Well, I'm going to try and sneak in this building and have a look on the 5th floor of this beautiful building, if I can. So join me trying to sneak into this building without being caught. See where these containers are? There used to be another building here on the left, but it's been knocked down. And that building far ahead of us, we'll go and check that out before we try and sneak in this building. This old building here, just next to the factory. Yeah, just look at this old building just next to the factory. Look at the arches, the detail where they put in. Still got the original name here, which has not been vandalised. I don't think anyone's in there. No, it's all shut off in there. But danger, keep out, risk of asbestos. But these buildings were known for it years ago. Now let's see if I can go around the back. Look at this building, beautiful. Wow. Let's go around here. Let's have a look round here. This is where I get in trouble. See, there's the main building itself, the Moston building. But look at this. I wonder what this used to be. Nice graffiti there. The old tiles which have probably come off the roof there. Sign of drug use, burning. Right, so what we'll do, we're going to try and sneak into that main building. Now if you look ahead where it says Bazaar Space, underneath that is the security office. Now we want to just get past there without being detected. There's the old lift shafts on the right. Look at that, beautiful. So we're going to try and get in this building without that security card noticing me. Could you think this is where people used to enter the building when they started work? And we're going to try and go up to the very top floor, which is the 1, 2, 3, 5th floor. So let's try and sneak in. Now this is where everyone used to enter years ago. Look at the size of the doorway to get the people in. Let's carry on. Let's go in. That's where the security is. So we're going to sneak in. Could even open the door, listen. Oh, it's exciting, a bean cart. What we'll do, we'll go up to the 4th or 5th floor. Oh, look at all the paint coming off over the years. Wow. This must be the top floor. I thought it was the 5th floor. Right, let's have a look. You've got to be quiet in places like this. Just making sure it's don't lock me out. Listen, no one up here. Lift shaft here. Oh, it's open. Look at the size of that lift shaft. Look at the size of it. Wow. Let's carry on. Let's walk to the bottom of the 4th floor. For whatever reason, the 5th floor is not accessible. Interesting. That'd be interesting to go up to the 5th floor of this building. Now these are not the original boards, because they used to be old wooden boards. These are just plaster boards what we put down over the years. Now if you look at the top here, look at the old sprinkler system, probably 60s, 70s, because over the years of the generation they used to be known for fires in these old-fashioned mills. So they have to put sprinkler systems to prevent more of these glorious buildings being burnt down. Look at these units, look at all these units. And these what? Well, at least it's keeping this mill alive. I'll grant you that. Interesting package. Old camera system there. Let's have a look outside. Look at these old windows. Bet these could tell you some stories. Modern day factory over there. But these are the original floors. If you see them here, the original floorboards of this old mill. But if you can imagine over when this place was built in 1888, all the men, women and children working down these corridors, working in these floors, spinning silk in the masses. You can feel the history, especially in going places like that. I managed to sneak it up here because, as you saw, the security right at the bottom of this floor. But thanks to modern technology, phones, he's too busy watching his phone than watching me. But look at this, absolutely wonderful. And it was nice to see that sort of the lift in operation. It opened. I expected it to be closed. Wow. Beautiful. It's really spooky in here, to be honest with you, especially when you're on your own. Oh. And I bet these walls, or these floorboards and these rooms could tell you some interesting stories over the years, the generations of it being here. Now this, look at this. This used to be a doorway. Maybe it was a toilet years ago that's bricked up. Let me know, what do you think? Oh, it's a shame it's locked. Just see down there, there is the canal system. Right, let's get out before I get discovered. I bet this is to the 5th floor. For whatever reason, we've been unable to access the 5th floor. Well, I hope you enjoyed this adventure around the old mill, the Moston Mill in Rochdale. Remember, there used to be hundreds of these mills all dotted all around of Rochdale, especially Rochdale and Manchester as a whole. It used to be the heart of the north, these cotton mills, and what they turn into now are just units. But at least it's alive. Brickwork there. Thanks for watching, people, and I'll see you next time for another random and desperate adventure.